You are listening to episode 183 of Downtime Podcast. My name is Alyssa, and I'm here with Jeremy. Jeremy, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing well, Lisa. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. As our listeners can imagine, we're working. We're just doing a lot at work right now.
Yeah, this used to be a weekly podcast, but seriously, honestly, Elisa and I, there's no beef.
Yeah,
right?
there's no beef
unless there's broccoli.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless there's broccoli,
Yeah.
soy sauce, all fixins.
Right. Garlic,
carrots,
rice,
maybe if you want to spice things up. Oh, and rice for sure.
Yeah, but there's no beef. We're both just busy with work.
Yes.
We still love doing the podcast. Yeah. We still want to do the podcast. We're busy with work, so that's still something that you can't not do your job. Obviously, we need the money to live, so we're still doing work.
We're older and we have responsibilities now, and it sucks.
Yeah.
And the older you get and the higher you get in your position, then you just have more responsibilities and you take care of the people below you and you start managing people, which is great because it means money, but it also means overtime. So that's where we're at.
Yep. Yeah, we've literally had to reschedule podcasts because of that, and that's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And I do want to say too is we both love our jobs. When we first made this podcast, we fucking hated our jobs, so we had more time because remember, Lisa, we had way more time to do this because we're like, you know what, fuck these projects. We're just gonna do a podcast.
It was fantastic.
So,
it was a great time.
Yeah.
But,
exactly, and so because of that, we were just like whatever, we didn't have anything else to care about, and we made this podcast, and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna focus all our time on this. But now we love our jobs. Life is just getting busier. The pandemic is, winding down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still fluctuating, but at least in our areas, things are opening up. We're hanging out with friends. We have lives.
Yes.
We have lives outside the podcast,
but
and
we're
busy.
Yep, we are going to continue recording when we are free. I know the both of us kind of have some things to do. We have a few travel plans, but things on the horizon is we're going to have regular episodes, and both of us also finished Lost Judgment, so there is a spoiler cast that will be planned in the upcoming future coming, and just we're just going with the flow with some of the responsibilities we have, but we're still here, we're still chilling, and stay tuned because we talked to our graphic designer recently, and we're basically all I feel like we're very close to finalizing all of the new graphics for the upcoming branding change. So a lot of things to look forward to.
Yes. And we're really excited about it.
Yes.
We hope that you guys are too. We'll let you know when it's going to be the last one.
With this name.
Last podcast. With this name. And before we switch over, it's going to be a new thing entirely. You know how some TV shows have a subtitle?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're just rebranding. We're just making a whole new thing.
Yeah, we are. Very true. Or the new spin-off.
Exactly.
We're currently Breaking Bad, and then the next time, not the next podcast, but in this summer, we're going to be Better Call Saul.
Yeah, it's a good analogy.
Yeah.
That's a really good analogy.
I obviously just play Animal Crossing once a week because that's my life. And
nice.
Everything's still great, and it's the springtime, so that's fun. One thing I did play that is new is the Kirby demo that came out, and I thought that it was fine. I thought it was, there wasn't much that I could really say about it, aside from I thought it was a good time. The one thing that I think is what you play in the Kirby demo doesn't carry over. The save doesn't carry over if you actually buy the game. So if you do plan on buying the game, you just have to repeat everything over again, which I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think the Kirby demo wasn't that long. So, I finished Pokemon Arceus. This game, I feel like, is a lot like the battles, or maybe I just wasn't leveled up high enough, but I thought it was a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to, because I talked about it briefly on the other podcast, and I was expecting this to be very much, this is kind of like the more accessible game. It is not. It's, I thought that the difficulties of the final Pokemon monsters were just like exponentially harder than what I was doing, but I was able to beat it, but I was annoyed. So it was different, but I liked it. It was my dive back into Pokemon, and I thought it was okay.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool because I haven't played a Pokemon game in forever, and I know that this one has a lot of changes with the gameplay mechanics, such as like live Pokemon capture.
Yeah,
and live
so
battles.
basically, this concept is you're building the Pokedex.
Hmm.
I will say I don't think it's for everyone. This is not the type of battling where you are going to gyms and you're getting badges and there's kind of a satisfaction of achievement. The achievement is all of the jinx that you captured along the way.
I haven't played a Pokemon game in forever, but I was kind of interested in this one just because it's more exploratory.
It is more
exploratory.
exploratory. It's different. Like if you're into that type of stuff, you will enjoy this game for sure.
Oh, okay. So like Breath of the Wildy kind of.
It is a Breath of the Wild that's like slightly not as refined in the UI and a little buggy.
Sounds like my kind of game.
Sounds like your kind of game. Yeah, there's some map mechanics with Pokemon Arceus that kind of piss me off because it only lists one mission at a time, and I think that's annoying. But
okay.
It is what it is.
All right.
And then also, I am playing The Sims as normal and messing around with The Sims University. And then last but not least, I actually have Horizon Forbidden West bought.
Nice.
Yes. And I mentioned to everyone, I wanted to finish Lost Judgment. And then after Lost Judgment, that's kind of like the final PlayStation 4 game. And then I can finally switch over to my PlayStation 5. And that is what I'm in the process of doing. The problem is I also want to play Deathloop first. So I'm actually going to play Deathloop first. And then I'll play Horizon Forbidden West after that. And that is it with my quick update.
Nice. Yeah. I finished Lost Judgment recently. I still have all the school story stuff to do, but I hate the robotics club, so still doing all the school story stuff.
There's a secret. I think I beat the robotics club. It's a miracle I did, but it was just one of those things where when it clicks, it really clicks.
Okay.
Like what you're supposed to do. And with the robotics club also, it reminds me a lot of a few kind of like RPGs where it's more tactical. So I think I was able to pick up on it like I rage quit maybe like 5 hours in, but after I came back I was like, okay, I get it. I think I get it now.
Right.
It's one of the the robotics club is definitely one of those things that it has to click first.
Right. I think I get it. I just have to keep at it, you know?
Yes. And I do plan on playing the Kaito files as well.
Same.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would definitely that's actually crap. Maybe I will play that first before I set up my PlayStation.
Honestly, I feel like
I should do that.
Yeah,
first.
because I feel like you're gonna forget about Judgment once you start playing Horizon, because you're gonna be like, oh wow, this game is so beautiful, I love it. We're in the Bay Area. Wait, Judgment? What was that?
Yeah.
Like, what was that? So I have to do something?
Sure.
Then you're not gonna want to do it.
Oh,
but yeah,
God,
I feel it.
Okay.
Cool, yeah. So for me, it's been Lost Judgment. I'm still trying to play through Dying Light 2. There's like a second area that you can go to that my friends and I were almost to that area, but we've been like kind of taking our time with that. And Dead by Daylight came out with the Ring DLC, which has Sadako as the killer, and she's terrifying. That's been fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of cool seeing an official like horror icon that isn't really known for like a lot of gory things in movies. I mean, the ring movies are a little gory, I guess, but like, it's kind of cool seeing it.
Definitely the Japanese one for sure is much more gory than the United States one.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool seeing like a Japanese horror franchise officially be a part of horror film franchise, because of course there's like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, but it's kind of cool seeing like an official film franchise being a part of this video game, and I never thought it would happen, and it happened. It's awesome.
I think the only set of news that happened this week is that PlayStation acquired a studio called Haven Studios, and Haven Studios seems to have worked on quite a few things. They haven't necessarily been the main developer of a lot of games, but they've like worked on parts of games. So it just seems that they're gonna consummate the relationship and just make it official.
I honestly, yeah, it's about time, right?
Yeah, so it seems like they've worked little parts of a lot of PlayStation games, and finally they're just like, you're us. So, yeah.
I do want to add one major video game update. There was a trailer for Hogwarts Legacy that got released. That looks kind of cool.
Hogwarts Legacy. Is this related to Niantic?
Or no, this is created by Portkey Games. Portkey Games is WB Games' Harry Potter division. So they specifically create Harry Potter based games. Hogwarts Legacy is made by Avalanche Studios, who makes the Just Cause series, and it's an open world Hogwarts exploratory game set in like the 1800s, and you can play as whatever wizard or witch you want. I just want to be an Asian dude running around Hogwarts. I think that'd be cool.
I know.
Yeah, so that is that. There was a trailer for that. There's like a gameplay trailer from PlayStation's State of Play, and it looks pretty cool. I'm into it. I'm down.
I was about to say, if these are the developers that made Just Cause, I think you're in it, Jeremy.
Yeah, the third one was not very good, but I'm surprised you remember that, Alyssa.
Yeah, of course. Because you played it and complained and continued playing it. So.
Yup. I was torturing myself.
Yeah.
So I'm giving this one a chance because I heard that Just Cause 4 was good, but I didn't play it because I was burnt out. So I'm gonna give this one a chance. It looks good, fair. And I do like Harry Potter, so hopefully this is gonna be a fun game.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm. But to answer your other question, Lisa, I'm doing good. Went to go see my folks pretty recently, so that was cool. Had some home-cooked Filipino food. Been missing that for a long time. Yeah.
Sounds super awesome.
Yeah, and then went been just trying to adjust to daylight savings time and relax, and not stress too much about work, which has been good so far. I think I've been doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, get to see some friends on Saturday, some friends from work, and some friends that I've met on Twitch as well. So that's gonna be kind of cool to just like link up and be like, yo, what have you guys been up to? On Sunday, this coming Sunday, I'm gonna be playing my very first ever Dungeons and Dragons session. So I've never played the game before. I've always been interested, and a group of us got together and we're like, okay, let's go play it. They're all seasoned. They've all played it before. I'm the only new person. So yeah, it's going to be kind of cool, like making things up as we go along. I created my character already. So for those not familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, like you have to create a character. There's a person called the DM, the Dungeon Master, and they set up what the scenario is. And the rest of us are the characters, and we kind of just like exist in this world, and we have to make up like how our character sounds, what our character says, all that fun stuff as we go along. So I'm looking forward to like maybe putting on an accent. I don't know, like just like messing around with my friends, and yeah, it's gonna be cool. The person that's gonna be streaming it, he's actually been on this podcast before. His name is JP. He goes by Jiro Moriarty on Twitch, so check him out. That's twitch.tv/Jiro JIRO_MORIATY Moriarty. Oh wait, no, I misspelled that. MORIAR ARTY. Check him out. He's gonna be streaming. Yes. Yeah, he's gonna be streaming our session on Sunday, March 26th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So come check that out. You can listen to me and see me talk about my character and all that jazz. So yeah, that's what's been going on, Alyssa. What about you?
The one thing I want to tell you for Dungeons and Dragons, because I had one of my really good friends host Dungeons and Dragons for the first time last year.
Nice.
And like I played only maybe 3 sessions, like, and good God, they were like 5-hour sessions each.
Oh my God.
Like my biggest advice to you going into it is to look at your character profile and know your character and try to memorize the skills that they have, and to really like just get into your character, because the more that you kind of cosplay and you're just like, I am this character, who's Jeremy, like this is who I am, like the more fun you're gonna have if you just like personify like everything that character is versus acting as yourself being that character, if that makes sense.
It does. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna, I when I was working through my character with one of my friends, she's gonna be the DM. We spent like an hour and a half or like a couple hours like on a random Sunday last month, just like talking about my character, like what he wants to do, what he's gonna look like, how he thinks. So I was kind of just like putting myself in his shoes, and I thought about this a lot, and I was like, this is a lot like what actors do. This is exactly what actors do. They put themselves into the mind of this other character, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. I get to act a little bit. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think the more you act, the more fun you'll have. So
yeah,
it'll be a good time.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really looking forward to it.
And then what I'm up to is I've just been working. I'm almost done with my current project, so I can't wait to tell people what that is very soon. I'm doing, after this project ends, I'm going to do a little bit of traveling to the East Coast, and then the week after I'm going to a BTS concert in Vegas. And so it's going to be kind of like a very, like my mid-April is going to be very fast-paced for sure. But I'm looking forward to also just relaxing and watching TV and playing video games and just finally having a break from my current project. Just kind of what I'm watching right now. I'm watching Survivor. The new season is on. I started watching this. Oh God, Jeremy! I'm watching this random TV show called Is It Cake? And it's kind of like it's kind of like the Japanese shows Candy or Not Candy.
Yep.
Where you bite into things and you figure out if it's chocolate, except this one is the cake that is pretending to be something is on a podium, and you are maybe like 20 feet away from the podium, and you have to guess from far away if it's cake or not. So it's not exactly like the Japanese one where it's just like, let me bite into that. This one is much more like you have to look at it and guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's like nailed it. It's like stupid baking fun, but like sometimes it's like that's good background.
Right. You're like, why am I watching this? And you keep watching it. Because that's what I do. That's what I do.
I'm just like, and here I am.
Yeah.
So,
shut up, person that sounds like me.
Good God, I know, right? And then, just some movie things is that the Oscars are coming up this weekend, and I hate that I pay attention to the Oscars, but it's just like that's just like the type of like career I'm part of, so I just naturally pay attention to it, and I hate it because there's just so many nominations on the Oscars this year. I question the Oscars every year.
Same.
But this year in particular, I'm just like, why is this the Leo Netflix movie on this for? Like, I just, like, that wasn't even a good movie. It's called Don't Look Up, I think. And I was like, why is this on here? Anyways, we're just going on a quick rant. Awards are subjective. So,
yeah, absolutely.
And, just going off of my high horse all the time. That being said, I did watch The Batman, and...
Oh, me too.
I really, really liked The Batman, but it was funny because when I watched it, because it's a 3-hour movie, I just had to really, like, put myself in this mindset. Alyssa, you're gonna watch 3 episodes in a row. So it's just like, instead of me thinking, Jesus Christ, it's a 3-hour movie, I had to think of it like, you're just binging 3 episodes of a TV show, and it's gonna be okay because you do this all the time. And I did. Like, honestly, I thought it was a really good movie, and I think that Robert Pattinson Batman's a great Batman. Although it is funny that he's straight up an emo boy from the Good Charlotte days, Jeremy. Like, I swear to God, I was like, good God, they made like Batman into like someone who listens to Fall Out Boy. But I thought the casting was really good. Like Andy Serkis as Alfred, I actually thought was really cool. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, I thought was also good. And holy moly, the Riddler was Paul Dano, who at first, when I was looking at the credits, I was like, huh, who's this guy? And then I realized, after looking at his IMDb, he has played the villain of like quite a few movies that I really like. So there's this movie, if you know the movie There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
If you remember that movie, he plays kind of that priest who is trying to convert him. I forgot the concept, but he plays a priest. I was like, holy crap, I forgot how good Paul Dano is in things.
Yeah,
but
Paul Dano, he's known for playing like weird characters,
yes,
usually like evil characters or bad guys.
Absolutely, he fits so much.
It's insane.
Yeah, but yeah, what are your thoughts on Batman?
I enjoyed it.
The Batman.
I really enjoyed it. It was a long movie. I was falling asleep in the first part, but once the action came out, I was like, all right, we're doing this. This is awesome. Yeah, I really like Robert Pattinson as Batman. He's like, where are they gonna go? He's like muttering under his breath. He's like, Alfred, I'm gonna be okay. It's like, what? Can you speak up a little bit louder, please? I mean, we can obviously hear him in the movie, but like, I don't know. He talked with a monotone voice. I liked how we didn't have to know about the story of his parents dying. I thought that was really cool that it was set in the second year ever of him being Batman.
Yes.
I think it is also cool that it's set in a timeline separate from the DCEU. I feel like obviously Joker was set in a different timeline as well. So I think it's really cool that, they're embracing, DC is embracing, the Batman universes in separate entities. But I'm kind of sad that they're relying on Batman. Although, obviously Batman's going to make the money because he's one of the, if not the most popular DC hero of all time. So why not capitalize on that? But DC has a bunch of other superheroes they could totally try and make big, but they're not Marvel, so they can't do that. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. I like the Batman a lot. It was a long movie.
It's probably for the best, though, to completely replace Ben Affleck's Batman, to be fair.
I agree. And I feel like the casting they've done for every single Batman has been stellar. They know how to choose the right people to play Batman. And it's good, because you could have a bad person play Batman. You're like, oh man, why are they doing this? But yes. I thought Robert Pattinson is a good pick. I loved Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. I thought he was amazing. Like
that was a good fit for sure.
Right?
That was a good one.
Because he's like, hey man, like you shouldn't be doing this. Like stuff like that, He's like calling Batman man. He's like, I don't even know your name. We've been working together for 2 years now, and I don't even know what you look like. Like I'm like, dude, Jeffrey Wright, you're so cool, man. Like Jeffrey Wright, he was one of the best parts of that entire movie. He just looks like Commissioner Gordon. Like you just look at it like that's a commissioner right there. Like he was so cool. And yeah, oh my God, Colin Farrell as the Penguin though. Like I was telling my friends, like, yo, that's Colin Farrell. They're like, no, that's not him, right? They're like, no, that's not him. They can't be him. And they kept leaning in every time he showed up. They're like, that's Colin Farrell. I'm like, right? Isn't that insane? Like the fat suit and the makeup they did for him to make him look like a big dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love it.
Yes.
But I love the movie. I thought it was really, really good. It was a really good Batman film.
The transformation of Colin Farrell felt similar to Christian Bale, who very much is one of those method actors.
Yeah.
That will lose weight depending on what they're looking for with him. The funniest thing when I was watching it, knowing that it was a 3-hour movie, is that after every time you think, oh, it could end here, I'm just thinking, no, it can't end here because this thing hasn't happened yet. And I found myself when I was starting to really get antsy on Jesus Christ, what time is it? I was like, oh my God, it can't end here because this hasn't been resolved yet. It can't end here because there were so many fake outs, basically.
Yeah, it fell victim to some, the superhero stuff that normally happens. But I think in this case, it kind of worked out fine. Yeah,
I honestly, I was pretty engaged even though it was a 3-hour movie. I didn't think it was that bad, so. Yeah. But yeah, I liked it also. You know what I need to see this soon that I haven't seen yet, and it's the new Pixar movie Turning Red.
I haven't seen it either.
And the thing is, it's based off an Asian American family, and so that's why, and it's cool because it's based off of a
Canadian
girl growing up,
yeah,
and she goes through puberty for the first time, and I just think that's a cute concept of how they portray going through puberty.
Yeah.
I think she legit turns into a red panda when or I think
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what the concept of the movie is.
No,
so.
you're right. And I think they're actually Canadian Asian.
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. And I was like,
that's even why not?
Yeah,
why not?
And
so
because like there's apparently, according to my friends who've seen it, there's like all these references to Canada in it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So
why not?
Yeah,
why not base it in Vancouver or Toronto?
Exactly. And there's like this whole controversy about the movie about like teaching, like parents had to tell their kids what something meant in the movie, and the kids were like too young to know about it. I'm like, dude, this movie's great. Like, it's teaching your kids something.
Parents need to calm down. I swear to God. Like, the same parents who complain about this are the ones that don't want to teach their kids anything, and they just need to calm down.
Exactly.
Good God.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, I'm still going to watch it. Like, hearing that quote unquote controversy makes me want to watch it more now.
Yeah. I've always wanted to watch it, and I feel like I'm going to watch it, and people's complaints, I'm going to be like, God, people are so sensitive these days.
Right? Like, just calm down, you know?
Calm down, please.
Wear your mask, calm down. Put your mask back on and calm down.
Exactly. But, yeah, I just really want to see that movie. I will see it eventually.
Yeah.
Also, I'm trying to think any other notable movies. No, I think that's it. Those are all my updates.
Cool. Yeah, that's also it from me. I don't really have anything else to say, honestly.
All right.
Other than you guys can find us on www.downtime.live. Send us a question or comment that way.
Soon,
oh yeah, all of this is gonna change, but for now,
gonna change soon. But for now,
as of the recording of this podcast, yeah, exactly. As of the recording of this podcast, this is what it is now. If you're listening to this in the far future, well, obviously it's out of date because you already know what the name of the podcast is. And but Downtime.Live is where you can send us a comment or question. You can click on the form page and fill out the form. You can just also send us an email the old-fashioned way, contact@downtime.live, and we'll read your comment or question on the podcast.
Yes.
You can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, wherever you can leave a comment. Please feel free to leave comments there or questions there, such as YouTube, and we'll read those comments or questions on the podcast. Don't forget to leave a review. Don't forget to leave us a review, on Apple Podcasts, where we'll read that one on the podcast as well. So, yeah, everybody, again, this is all going to change, including our Twitter handle @Downtime.Live. But
yes,
rest assured, you'll come through, hang out with us all the same way, I hope. But just stay where you are. I also want to clarify that the Discord server that we host our podcast on, it's just gonna have a name change. The entire thing is gonna stay the same.
That's it.
The logo and the name are gonna change. That's all.
Yep. That note, we're gonna end for the day. Jeremy, everyone, I hope you all have a fabulous day.
Take care, everyone. See ya.